This channel is what studying abroad dreams are made of. Do subscribe and hit the bell icon.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel iSchoolConnect. Like every week, we are back with some really interesting content all around studying abroad. Now, this week, I wanted to talk to you about top universities which are waiving off the GRE requirement. So, we're going to go through top universities which will not require you to submit your GRE scores. So without further ado, let's get started and learn about these top universities. There are multiple universities which are waiving off the requirement, and there are different reasons because of which they would waiver the requirement of, or they would generally not require you to submit the scores. Now, some of the top universities that I've listed down for you guys are Columbia University, Northeastern, University of California. Now, these universities and a few others that you might have seen on the screen are universities which in general do not require you to give the GRE test, right? So, among other universities who might have waived off the requirement, say specifically for COVID-19 pandemic and related reasons, these universities, unlike them, generally do not require you to give the GRE exam. Now, going on to the second list of universities, these universities are those which have waived off the GRE test requirement because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, you might have seen quite of these universities' names on the screen right now. Some of those top universities that I would like to pinpoint are California State University, Illinois Institute of Technology, Rutgers, New Jersey, University of Alabama. Now, all of these universities are fantastic names. They are all well-reputed universities, and if any of these universities match your requirement, they have the courses that you want to apply for, definitely go through their GRE requirement. While we are sure that they have waived off the test requirement, definitely go through and check again if it still holds true, because again, these are waivers that are being made specifically for spring 21, fall 21 intake, and they might change the requirements as and when they require to do so. Now, the third list of universities are those which have waived off the requirement basis a certain condition. So, for example, through the pandemic, for any reason you are not able to give the GRE test, right? Let's just say due to a technical issue, you cannot give the test online, and so basically, if the university has a requirement, which we will go through the list of these universities, since they have a requirement, you can reach out to them and you can request them to waiver off the requirement at least till when you cannot give the exam, right? So a couple of the universities within this category that I would like to highlight are Kansas State University, University of Nebraska, University of Rochester, University of Oklahoma, and there's so many others. Now, I know despite this waiver, some of you are still confused whether or not you should be giving the GRE, right? Now, the first and foremost suggestion for you that I have is choose your colleges, choose your universities and courses wisely. Don't go for a course just because it does not have a GRE requirement. There are chances that you might get into better colleges if you give the GRE, or even if you want to or don't want to give the exam, just be sure that you are applying for a college and a course that is best suited for your profile. Now, another really important point I wanted to bring up is the scholarships that you can receive because of a good GRE score. Now, while you will be saving an ample lot of money if you don't give a GRE, there are chances that if you fare well in your GRE exam, colleges usually dedicate a certain fund for scholarships for students who fared well in their GRE exams. So check in with the colleges and thoroughly go through any kind of benefits or privileges that you might get if you have already, given your GRE exam. And lastly, my suggestion to you is to be transparent with any kind of issues or challenges that you might be facing while you're trying to give your GRE. So for example, if a certain university has a requirement of putting forward your GRE scores, and if you don't already have your scores at hand, you can always write to the university and inform them that you are facing a challenge, and this will obviously be a challenge around the pandemic or any serious valid reason, and I'm pretty sure that if it's possible, the university will get back to you and they will let you know if it's okay for you to submit your application sans the GRE scores. I think those are some of the top lists that you need to be mindful of all these universities that are providing waivers. Keep going back and forth with this list. Make sure you're referring it time and again, because we will be updating this list on our blog page. So I'll be linking the blog in the description below, so you can go through it in detail and get the names of all these universities right there. Apart from this, those students who are planning to give their GRE, we have a tie-up with Magoosh, which allows us to give you a certain discount. So we'll be mentioning that as well in the description area. So if you are giving your GRE, do check that out as well. And if you plan to prep with Magoosh, you can make use of this discount. I think that's all from me today, guys. If you have any further questions around preparation for your GRE or universities which will allow the waiver or not, or anything that has to do with studying abroad, make sure you reach out to us in the comment section below. You can even follow us on our social media handles. We are iSchoolConnect everywhere. That's all from me today, guys. Please take care. Bye bye.